Well, they don't. As a collective, they do, but they don't got Bam
No,
right now.
no, they could have had Bam, and they didn't take. They didn't take it. They didn't think he was going to mean this much, but that's their mistake. They've made mistakes before.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. No promotional company, no matter how good the staff
Right.
is, the matchmaking is perfect.
Correct.
Yeah. So shout out to Bobby McCroy, the coach of Rais Salim. Shout out to him. Shout out to Bobby. Rick, what are the things that Edgar Berlanga has to work on?
Oh my God! You have a legal pad and a pen? I'll need a legal pad and a backup pen.
Yeah.
You know,
Five.
listen, I really like Edgar as a person. I think he's excitement. I think he brings good karma to the game, but he really needs to get back to basics. His manager and I, Keith Conley, are very close. We actually have a fighter together. And to be honest with you, he needs to get back to basics. He got the 6 month suspension for the bite. It's a funny thing, they called it a bite. It was not a bite. He attempted to bite him, but he missed. Okay, so he's not even good at biting. I'm kidding. That's a joke. But and the truth of the matter is, during his 6 month suspension, he's got to go back to the basics, and he's got to learn to move his hand, his feet, and his head together. There's nothing that's lined up to where his hands, feet, and head are moving. It's like a discombobulation,
Yeah.
and I think that's hurting him a lot.
Yeah, it just seems like he's going through one big identity crisis, and he's really feeling the
Identity
pressure.
crisis, no confidence, lost his confidence, a little bit of everything. That knockdown hurt him, not in this last fight, but the fight, I think the fight before, whatever. That knockdown hurt him mentally, the no knockouts in recent fights. Putting what's his name down 3 times, Damone Nicholson, and not be able to stop him. I think it's a combination of a lot of things.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
the pressure of being dubbed the next Puerto Rican superstar. That's a lot. That's a lot to carry on you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and no question about it. There's not
yeah,
even a question about that. I mean, Puerto Rico and New York, Puerto Ricans from New York, they're boxing crazy,
yeah,
and they want the next superstar. But he's a star, but I don't think he's a great fighter.
yeah. He can be a great attraction, but yeah, I think as far as him being a great fighter,
Right,
it's a dream. It's a dream, damn near.
right,
It's a dream.
right.
Brock's Ego asks, what happened to Golden Boy producing top welterweights like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Earl Spence? They produce shit like Vergil Ortiz. Why do they only focus on Mexican fighters?
Well, first of all, is your comment about Vergil Ortiz being shit.
Yeah, he's not shit.
He would destroy Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, and Vergil Ortiz and Earl Spence. I don't know who would win. So I don't agree with you calling Vergil Ortiz shit. That's for
Yeah,
starters. Why? Because Heyman was involved. Heyman brought those guys over to Golden Boy originally. Then he stole them back, and
mm-hmm.
they're in an area in L.A., Southern California, and Arizona where they do shows that people come out to watch Mexican fighters and Mexican American fighters, and they don't come out to see African American fighters in those part of the country. Now in
Yeah,
Washington,
or any
D.C.,
other fighters.
well, any other fighter, right? Washington D.C. They will in Chicago, Detroit, New York, New Jersey, Atlantic City. They
Atlanta,
will Atlanta, right? But
Atlanta,
they will
yeah.
not. Not in Southern California and Arizona. That ain't happening.
Nah, because those are basically extensions of
No,
Mexico.
matter of
So
fact, if you go to a fight card in Southern California, you see what they serve you for beverage and food. It's Corona and Modelo,
Modelo, yep,
and it's tacos and burritos,
that's
and
right.
nachos with cheese and jalapenos. Okay, so there's your answer right there.
Yeah, nah, I can validate everything Rick's saying going to cars in Southern California and Texas. But
What
Bobby,
happens with Usyk and AJ? I don't think it's going to be really any different. First of all, I think Robert Garcia is a great trainer, a great guy. I'm honored to know. I'm honored that he even knows my name. I think he's a top trainer. When it comes down to Hall of Fame voting for trainers, I want to vote for him. There's no
That's
question.
right.
But here's the thing: Robert's great with little guys, and little guys throw a lot to the body. That's what he teaches. And heavyweights don't throw to the body. And I think it's a mix of the wrong styles for AJ to take on Robert Garcia as a trainer. Even
Yeah.
though I think he'll learn things from Robert, but I don't think Robert's full effectiveness will work with AJ.
Okay. Yeah. Because
Where if Golovkin was training with Robert Garcia, I think he would improve him and show him things that he could do that improve his game, where I don't think those things will cross over to AJ. What do you think of that?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think like I just think Anthony Joshua, like in some ways, is kind of going through a little bit of what Berlanga's going through. He's going through an identity crisis, and I think once Usyk hits him with the first pivot, sharp straight left hand down the middle, he'll revert back to type. That's what I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guido says, I think Xander Zayas looking more serious, become the next Puerto Rican star.
Well, let's hope so.
I hope so, man.
He's a nice kid. He's good looking. He's a nice kid. He can fight. Unless there's some kind of character flaw or chin problem, he looks like a capable guy to become the superstar. The great fight fans of Puerto Rico and the United States based people of Puerto Rican descent. I think that he could be the great next star. Well, he's got a bigger shot right now being an 8-round fighter than the Berlanga does having being a 10-round fighter. Damn. Becoming a star. So there you go.
And on top of that, he's one of South Florida's very own. So I got to root for him. Got to go with South Florida.
Oh, yeah. No question about it.
Yeah. Box Ego says, when I meant shit like Vergil Ortiz, I meant people who have personality, because Vergil doesn't have personality compared to those guys. Yeah, Vergil's not much of a talker.
That may be true, but you made it sound like that he was a shit as a fighter.
No, but he's definitely not that.
He doesn't have charisma. That's what he's talking about. It's true, but he can flat out fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. Box Eagle, you better come up with some more money than $1.99.
Yeah. Hey, you better start. Hey, Boxy Eagle, anybody else? Hey, y'all better run it up, because Glaser.
What about? I mean, come on. You guys ever heard of inflation? For Christ's sake, come on.
Yeah, man. Look what's going on. We got the gas prices going crazy. Everything's going crazy in this country. Everything.
There used to be a place in my neighborhood, 3 tacos for $1.99. Now it's 3 tacos for $2.49.